Hi guys, this is skittflash here, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. In the last part, we wanted to go fight that big bad Tartarus boss, but we didn't fight big bad Tartarus boss, so we just did stuff. Most specifically with Yuko. But in this part, we are going to be joining a culture club. We have the choice between art, music, or some other third non-important thing. Photography, I'm pretty sure. As a personal preference of mine, we're going to be joining art club. Music club would become would be a second choice. But the way my mentality was is, the thing about it is when you join the club, you'll quickly realize that, because I looked this up ahead of time, that when you join a club, if only I was good at timing, maybe my words wouldn't be so stifled. That that Fuka's in the club. So I was thinking in my mind, like, I'm not going to be able to, seduce Fuka with while busy playing instruments is my skewed mentality. So I joined the art club, but I also like art, so you know what? She was talking about me. How about that? We're just the talk of all the ladies, aren't we? But yeah, even though Fuka's in this club, you don't really gain. It's not really a Fuka social link. It's more centered around this nerd, this male student with glasses. This is yet another social link I didn't finish. Senpai. Apparently he's older than us. That's one of his critical character points, I guess. He's older, yet he still treats himself. He has low self-confidence, or very, very, very modest to a fault. One of those two. You get the point. But anyways, this is not a social link with Fuka. Although I want to say this is a flag to actually start Fuka's social link. I'm good at everything I do. Doesn't matter. It really helps with commentary when I record the same day I commentate, honestly, because then I remember what they're asking instead of just like, oh damn, what did he said? Can't remember anything. No, like, I don't know. What do you does anyone actually read the text? I hope so. I hope I'm not going too fast, actually. That is a one worry. It's hard to post-commentate how fast people are gonna read. But anyways, the new social link we're gonna be getting to. Which, in Persona aspect, I guess, is a lot of new social links. This is the Fortune Arcana. Again, I didn't really finish this one, my first playthrough. And to be honest, I am not going to be touching this one for quite a while. Maybe once or twice, but not my thing. This guy is kind of picky when it comes to actually, doing his social link. More on that later. But anywho's, what is it? What do we get now? We get to go home. That's right. And it's Thursday, so I don't want to go to Tartarus today, because we get today is Charm Day, and we gotta focus on Charm, so we're going to the arcade instead of doing Charm stuff, because we need to max Charm. We're maxing. We already max. Yeah, you get the point. We're trying to max Charm. Let's just go on the days when we're supposed to be, when Courage days. But anywho's a good reason that we didn't go to Tartarus today, actually, is Yuko called today. Thank God. I don't know if it's every Thursday. That's something good to keep track of when people call. But I'm going to accept the offer. Don't do this. I learned why this is actually a sort of a bad idea. It's okay. It's just not as convenient as I thought it would have been. We get 10 points, so now we can actually rank up the next time we meet with her. The problem is the next time we meet with her, which would ideally be on Saturday. Things don't work out. Spoiler alert. And I stupidly press on sleep earlier instead of study before going to sleep. So now my condition is just really good for no reason, because we're not going to be going to Tartarus today. Even though today would be the ideal day, we're not going. More spoilers. So the way you get grade status is again by going to sleep when you're feeling perfectly fine, and then you'll get a good status. Another alternative would be actually to just use the bathroom, comically enough. But I'm sorry I keep on stifling like this. This honestly isn't the most ideal time to be recording. There's plenty of distractions. But I just really want to get a backlog in because I'm going on vacation. I think I've already addressed this. Whether or not I'm actually uploading this while I'm on, while I'm away from home, more accurately, is questionable, but either way, even if I'm not, it's really good. It's nice to have a backlog, especially in Persona, because typically I record Persona the same day I upload it, which makes me nervous, and it's kind of hard to do. But more back to the game. Fuka is available. First day you can hang out with Fuka. Possibly second day. First day for me. Don't care. So we maxed courage a lot earlier than we actually needed to be, because this is what we actually needed the max courage for. You need max courage. You need to be a badass to hang out with Fuka. Or more accurately, you need to be a badass to try Fuka's cooking. Because that's what at least the beginning of her social link is about. The rooftop, how romantic. Fuka. The reason I'm so questioning on what day Fuka you can hang out with Fuka is because technically, if the actual flag is to hang out with her on after you do the culture club, then it would be Thursday. But the day she's available, according to my handy dandy calendar, is Monday, Monday, Friday, and Saturday. And Minato's just not gonna say anything, as he always does. Aw, I feel bad. Her cooking sucks. Isn't that like... It's not like that's the most anime cliche thing ever. But, whatever. But she's just so nice. And lovable. And she depends on us. That was really, really quick. Damn, Minato's working faster than ever. But anyways, yeah, as I was saying, she's available Monday, Fridays, and Saturdays. And we're gonna actually be rushing to do hers because we want to get her to level 5 before summer starts. The same reason we want to get to the Kenji's social link on a certain time, and the same reason we want to get to Kaz's social link on a certain time. Just keep in mind, unlike Kaz and Kenji, Fuka's a girl. And that makes things complicated when it comes to hanging out with Yuko, because if you hang out with Fuka too much, or a combination of Fuka and, say, Chihiro, then you can reverse Yuko's social link and make her jealous, and that would suck. And I wanted to go to Tartarus today, but Junpei bailed, which normally wouldn't stop me at all, because we're not even going to be using Junpei for the fight, but upon further inspection, one person is sick, and it's not actually Junpei, it's somebody else, which just makes me feel horrible. So we're not going to be going to Tartarus today, which is fine, because I do not think I could stick in the boss fight in this one video without going way over time, because the boss takes forever. But yes, as I was saying, what was I saying? I'm not sure if hanging out with Maya, the hermit social link, actually influences girls getting jealous. I doubt that. Or the little girl that we have yet to hang out with. I doubt that too. I think it's just dateable girls. If you hang out with other dateable girls while you're dating a girl, shit gets real, and don't do it. And hey, we were gonna go for coffee, but whoa. You mean Junpei was going to the store and he actually went to a store? He's looking for the legendary sword. Good luck finding that. This is just too coincidental and it kind of trips me up. I've never seen, like, C's members outside of the dorm during evenings. I want to say this is part of a quest, and I'm totally dropping the ball right now. And I'm just going to say, hopefully, I'm going to hope that it's not, because if it is, then I would be terribly screwed in, trying to do all the quests, which I've never done ever. And that's a bit more not more complicated than doing all the social links by a long shot, but it's easy to screw up, and once you do it, once you screw up, you've screwed up forever. Speaking of screwing up, future events. Watch tomorrow unfold, and watch why calling Yuko was actually a bad idea. Anyways, who's calling now? Bebe. No, Bebe, I'm never gonna hang out with Bebe. I'm sorry, Bebe. I feel bad. He's looming over his dead aunt, and he's not gonna achieve catharsis until, we actually talk to him, which is never. Maybe soon. He is our fallback. He's our backup friend, as horrible as that is to say. And we're no longer in great condition. I really wanted to go to Tartarus on that day, specifically so I could actually use my great condition, because I went to sleep early on accident. So now I just wasted going early to sleep. So that's one academics boost that I screwed up on. I'm sure that's not that bad. It can't be the end of the world, right? And yeah, those gossipers bring up a good point, if you paid attention to those gossipers, because I was on a completely different conversation, is that Mitsuru's living on dorms. She's rich. She's making a sacrifice. You gotta appreciate that. Speaking of Mitsuru, since, Mitsuru seems to be the center of the conversation for the past few days, she's here, gonna talk to us. What's the good news?
Mind if I interrupt?
Okay.
I was just told by
The
the
chairman stopping by this evening. That's fine. So that means when we get back from hanging out with good old Yuko, we can go visit the chairman.
Okay.
Right?
See you all later.
Right? Because that's what the game has done from every single point up to this point. Except, absolutely not. You're not hanging out with anyone today. And that's where my plans fall apart. We're hanging out with the dog. The dog is in on it too and screwing me over. But whatever. The reason I'll talk about.
Oh, good
I'll,
dog.
I'm sorry. There's a dog on the screen and I gotta gush. I'll talk about why I get screwed over with Yuko.
Hey,
Later.
you're back.
But for now, hey, dog. Can I pet him? I'm sorry. It's a dog. You can't not gush when there's a dog. And it's Koro-chan, Koromaru. Koromaru is actually how I found Persona 3 FES. There's a long story behind that. It's a long story, I'll be honest, and
I've seen him sitting
I sort of don't want to tell it right now. But just keep in mind that Koromaru is how I found Persona 3, technically. It's a big technicality, but it's kind of interesting.
Still goes on walks all by himself.
And I guess, what's with that other dog? He was barking at Koromaru a few seconds ago.
What do you mean?
And this
He used to belong to the priest at the
backstory
Northern
on a dog.
Every
Exposition.
afternoon, the two of them went this way for a
Okay,
walk.
and that's...
That
Yeah,
explains it.
I guess.
Well, until the priest passed
Whoa,
away.
whoa, no, that's horrible.
He
And it
passed
sort of
away.
mirrors real events. Is
Oh, you haven't heard
the story?
It was about 6
It's called a
months ago.
story. It's almost
The
like it's
priest
like
was hit by a
referencing an
car
actual
while walking
story.
his dog. He didn't survive. Ever since then, that dog
If
sits
you're not getting the
by his
reference, it's
side
based off of
outside.
Hachiko the
And
dog.
he goes for a walk
Watch
every
my
day.
The
Just
World
like
Ends with
one's
You let's play, and
own
maybe I'll
story.
talk about that more. No, I don't really talk about it in my The World Ends with You let's play. It's just the statue of Hachiko. That's the whole reason I found Persona 3 FES, because this dog is based off of Hachiko
you're
the
such a
dog,
loyal
and I just
dog.
after I
Oh,
had just finished The World Ends with You, and was looking at the statue of Hachiko, and somehow the two got put together, and then I found Persona 3 FES, looked at the Persona 3 FES music, was absolutely captivated by A Battle for Everyone's Souls, and then it's history from there.
Isn't the chairman coming
Yes, and that's why I
Then we
can't,
should go get
and
ready.
that would be why I can't hang out with Yuko, and that's why it screws over my freaking plans. Because the reason is, because I got that phone call, the next time I hang out with Yuko, I actually have enough points for the next social link rank, and the next social rank actually is like, you get, there's an incredible deficit of points, so you need the date to compensate for the incredible deficit of points. But because the date is Sunday and I can't hang out with it just screws me over. I'll talk about this later. God damn it. Yes, the 12 Arcana, even though there's much more than that for some reason. Seriously, there's way more than 12 Arcana. I don't know why you're going by this, but whatever. He's going off creepily about his shadow research. Gotta love Ikutsuki when he's not screwing me over with social links.
Those 4 shadows belong to categories 1 through 4 in order
In
of
Roman
their
numerals,
appearance.
because,
They may have looked different than the more
he's
common
too
ones,
complex
but
and
the
intricate
classification
for
scheme still applies.
normal numbers. Ha ta 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 ta.
Is that something we should be excited about?
Arabic numbers. I'm pretty sure it's called.
Oh, I get it. There's 12
See?
in all. 8. we
Fuka
haven't
knows
seen
what's
yet.
up. Fuka is smart.
That's exactly right, Fuka.
Yay.
You're quite sharp.
Again, I'm sorry, I can't enjoy this conversation
okay,
when
but
every
what are
second
they
it stands
after?
for involves me getting screwed
That's a
over
good
when it comes to
question.
social links.
And that's what we haven't figured out yet.
The motive,
Their
the most
motive.
important thing, according to
They don't
Ace
kill
Attorney.
their prey. They feed on their mind.
Wow, this time the interruption wasn't even like a person, it was my computer interrupting me. My god. Even my computer's... The dog is in on it too, the computer's in on it, everyone's just trying to screw me over today.
This is interesting.
Yes, I'm sorry, I stopped paying
No matter
attention.
what, we still have to beat the rest of them.
And only 8 left, apparently,
I agree.
according to, like,
That's about all we
the
can
story
do.
elaboration.
8 more, huh? Lucky us.
You'd think with all this, this greeting,
According to the data, each one has been stronger than
yeah,
the
that's
last,
typically
so
how
we
video
better
games
start
work.
training harder.
You'd think, with a group meeting and me getting screwed over with a
should
social
be
on
plenty
social
solid.
link time, you'd think we'd get
What
actually a
about
boost in the
Tartarus?
full social link,
Why does it even exist?
but we don't do that either. And Mitsuru looking guilty. She knows something. We should inquire. And Yukari, because she's always up in Mitsuru's business for some odd reason, is questioning. So we'll see how that unfolds later. Possibly. no, I'm not going to end it off just yet, because I still got to complain. Everything, my plans have just fell through the floor because of you, Ikutsuki. Just give us your frickin' glasses wipes and so we can cash in for the quest. 620, make sure you do it for Elizabeth's request. But yeah, so that sort of disappoints me. Luckily, because I was sort of doing things faster than the guide. This is why you don't do things faster than the guide, because you can't. You get screwed over like this. But anywho's, in the next part we'll actually be taking off that big bad shadow that we'd said we'd do parts ago. But until then, this has been Skittflash. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Bye!